Imagine a time when a man, proclaiming himself to be the younger brother of Jesus Christ, led one of the deadliest rebellions ever, almost collapsed a dynasty, and changed the very foundation of ancient civilization. This is the story of the Taiping Rebellion, a cataclysmic event that rewrote the pages of history, leaving behind tales of religious fervor, revolutionary battles, and a vision so radical it dared to challenge the might of the Qing dynasty. In this journey through time, we unveil the epic saga of the Taiping Rebellion, exploring the extraordinary events and characters that transformed an entire nation. Buckle up, for you're about to embark on a riveting historical adventure like no other. Welcome, fellow time travelers, to Deja Vu Chronicles, the channel where history comes alive. Today, we're diving deep into the annals of the past, unveiling the turbulent saga of the Taiping Rebellion. Prepare to be transported to a time of upheaval, courage, and conflict as we unravel the story of one of history's most devastating yet transformative events. Get ready to explore the rise, the battles, and the profound impact of the Taiping Rebellion right here on Deja Vu Chronicles. The Taiping Rebellion began in 1850 when Hong Xiuquan, a charismatic leader who believed himself to be the younger brother of Jesus Christ, started a revolutionary movement in southern China. Hong's religious ideology, influenced by a mix of Christianity and traditional Chinese beliefs, attracted a significant following, particularly among impoverished peasants and marginalized communities. The immediate trigger for the rebellion was the widespread discontent and suffering among the population due to issues like high taxes, corruption, famine, and societal unrest. Hong's teachings, which emphasized equality, communal ownership of property, and opposition to the ruling Qing dynasty, resonated with the disenfranchised. In 1850, Hong and his followers declared the establishment of the Taiping Heavenly Kingdom, with Hong proclaiming himself as the Heavenly King. Nanjing, under Taiping control, became the political and religious center of the Heavenly Kingdom. The city was renamed Tianjing, Heavenly Capital, and underwent significant social and religious transformation. The rebellion quickly gained momentum as it spread across southern China, slaughtering key cities and gaining a significant following. The rebels' initial successes were fueled by the support of fed-up peasants and those opposed to the Qing dynasty. The rebellion escalated into a full-scale war as the Taipings clashed with Qing forces and the British and French militia. During the peak of the Taiping Rebellion in the mid-19th century, the situation in the areas controlled by the Taiping Heavenly Kingdom was characterized by both radical community improvement and extreme violence. The Taipings gained control of a significant part of southern China, eventually expanding to command a population base of nearly 30 million people. Here's what it was like during that turbulent period. The Taiping Rebellion notably had female generals, such as Yang Xiuqing and Xiao Chaogui, who played influential roles in the movement. Their military might challenge traditional gender norms of the time. The Small Sword Society was a secret society that emerged during the Taiping Rebellion. They played a significant role in supporting the Taiping cause and further destabilizing the Qing dynasty. Foreign warriors, primarily from the United States and Britain, fought on both sides of the conflict. Some were attracted by the promise of adventure, while others were motivated by ideological or economic factors. During the peak of the Taiping Rebellion, particularly after the capture of Nanjing in 1853, Hong Xiuquan likely viewed his movement with a mix of religious fervor, triumph, and the belief in divine intervention. From Hong Xiuquan's perspective, divine mandate. Hong firmly believed that he was the younger brother of Jesus Christ, and that he had a divine mandate to establish the Taiping Heavenly Kingdom. The capture of Nanjing, which he declared as the capital of his kingdom, would have reinforced his conviction that he was chosen by God to lead this revolutionary movement. Propagation of ideals. Hong was passionate about his vision of a society based on his interpretation of Christianity. He aimed to implement radical social reforms, such as land redistribution, communal ownership, and gender equality. During the peak of the rebellion, he might have seen the implementation of these ideals in certain areas under Taiping control as signs of success. The Taiping forces, during their peak, managed to control significant parts of southern China, showcasing their military prowess. Hong might have perceived these military successes as further proof of divine support and the righteousness of their quest. The rebellion garnered substantial support from segments of the population disaffected by the Qing dynasty's rule. Hong's charisma, coupled with the promise of a new social order, attracted followers, reinforcing his belief in the righteousness of their cause. The downfall of the Taiping Rebellion marked a tragic end to Hong Xiuquan's vision of establishing the Taiping Heavenly Kingdom. From Hong Xiuquan's perspective, the rebellion represented a divinely ordained mission to overthrow the corrupt Qing dynasty and establish a utopian society based on his interpretation of Christianity. However, as the rebellion progressed, Hong's leadership became increasingly erratic and detached from reality. By the time the Qing forces besieged Nanjing, the Taiping capital, Hong's mental state was deteriorating, likely due to a combination of stress, pressure, and the internal conflicts within the Taiping ranks. Hong's religious fervor likely reached its zenith during this period. He might have interpreted military victories and the growth of his movement as signs of approval from the divine, bolstering his confidence and determination to continue the rebellion. The rebellion's success in challenging the Qing dynasty, a centuries-old imperial rule, might have been seen as a fulfillment of divine prophecy, reinforcing Hong's conviction that he was destined to overthrow the existing order. However, despite these perceived successes, internal conflicts, external pressures, and the realities of governance would later challenge the stability of the Taiping Heavenly Kingdom. The rebellion's peak, from Hong Xiuquan's perspective, was likely a period of unwavering faith and determination, although it was also a time when the seeds of the rebellion's eventual downfall were sown. The downfall of the Taiping Rebellion is a dramatic and complex story that involves political intrigue, military strategy, and the clash of ideologies. Here's a detailed explanation for those unfamiliar with it. Despite their early triumphs, internal conflicts plagued the Taiping rebels. Hong Xiuquan's leadership style was authoritarian and often erratic, leading to power struggles and infighting among his top commanders. This internal discord weakened their overall strategy. Hong Xiuquan, the leader of the Taiping Rebellion, was known for his extreme and often brutal methods in handling dissent and opposition. While he proclaimed himself the younger brother of Jesus Christ and initially attracted followers with promises of social equality and divine salvation, his rule turned increasingly authoritarian and harsh over time. Under Hong Xiuquan's leadership, Hong conducted purges within his own ranks, suspicious of potential traitors. Those suspected of disloyalty or dissent were often executed, sometimes on a massive scale. The Taiping regime implemented a harsh legal system with strict punishments for crimes. Minor offenses could result in severe beatings or mutilation, while serious crimes led to execution. While Hong initially promised equality for women, their actual treatment under the Taiping regime was highly restricted. Women were confined to traditional roles, and any deviation from these roles was met with punishment. Violent suppression of rebellions. Hong's forces violently suppressed any uprisings or resistance within territories under Taiping control. Cities that resisted Taiping rule were often besieged, leading to massive civilian casualties. Intellectuals and scholars who were critical of the Taiping ideology were targeted. Many of them were executed, leading to a significant loss of intellectual capital. From his perspective, the rebellion's downfall might have been seen as a test of faith or a divine trial. It's important to note that the historical records on Hong's exact thoughts during the rebellion's final days are limited. Still, it's plausible to assume that he faced immense internal turmoil, wrestling with the disintegration of his dream and the suffering of his followers. Ultimately, the siege of Nanjing led to a devastating end for Hong Xiuquan and the Taiping Rebellion. Hong died in June 1864, likely by suicide, as the city fell to the Qing forces. From his perspective, this tragic end might have been seen as a martyrdom, sacrificing himself for the cause he passionately believed in, even though his dream of a heavenly kingdom crumbled under the weight of external pressure and internal strife. Even after the fall of the Taiping capital, Nanjing, in 1864, pockets of resistance persisted for years, particularly in isolated regions. Some Taiping loyalists continued guerrilla warfare against Qing forces. The Taiping Heavenly Kingdom issued its own currency, reflecting its ambition to establish a separate and sovereign state. These coins are now valuables. The rebellion had a profound impact on Chinese society. It led to a heightened awareness of social and economic issues and influenced later reform movements, contributing to the modernization efforts in late 19th and early 20th century China. The Taiping Rebellion, which occurred in mid-19th century China, did not directly modernize the world in the sense of technological advancement or global progress. However, it had significant indirect impacts on modern history. 1. Shift in imperial power. The Taiping Rebellion weakened the Qing dynasty, which was already in decline. This internal turmoil facilitated the imperial power's encroachment on China, leading to treaties that opened Chinese ports to international trade. This shift laid the groundwork for China's interaction with the modern global economy. 2. Impact on Western perception of China. The rebellion caught the attention of Western powers, who closely observed the events. Western observers gained insights into the internal struggles of the Qing dynasty, shaping their perceptions of China's internal politics and informing their policies toward the nation. 3. Cultural impact. The Taiping Rebellion and its aftermath influenced literature and culture. Western authors and thinkers found inspiration in the rebellion's stories, reflecting on themes of power, ideology, and the clash of civilizations. This cultural exchange contributed to the global intellectual discourse of the time. 4. Legacy of resistance. The Taiping Rebellion highlighted the power of grassroots movements and inspired subsequent rebellions and revolutions worldwide. It became an example of how a determined group, even in the face of overwhelming odds, could challenge established authority and inspire similar movements for change in other parts of the world. While the Taiping Rebellion did not directly modernize the world, its impact on global perceptions, international relations, and intellectual discourse contributed to shaping the modern era in profound ways. It serves as a historical lens through which we can understand the complex interactions between traditional societies and the forces of modernity and change. And there you have it, time travelers. We've journeyed through the tumultuous pages of the Taiping Rebellion, delving into a chapter of history filled with intrigue and tragedy. If you found this historical odyssey as fascinating as we did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more immersive trips into the past. Stay tuned for our next adventure, where we'll uncover another enigmatic moment in time. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep the spirit of curiosity alive. This is Deja Vu Chronicles, signing off. Safe travels through time.